Tourism in Bhutan began in 1974, when the government of Bhutan, in an effort to raise revenue and to promote Bhutanese unique culture and traditions to the outside world, opened its isolated country to foreigners. In 1974, a total of 287 tourists visited the Kingdom of Bhutan. The number of tourists visiting Bhutan increased to 2,850 in 1992, and rose dramatically to 7,158 in 1999. By the late 1980s, tourism contributed over $2 million in annual revenue. Though open to foreigners, the Bhutanese government is acutely aware of the environmental impact tourists can have on Bhutan's unique and virtually unspoiled landscape and culture. Accordingly, they have restricted the level of tourist activity from the start, preferring higher quality tourism. Initially, this policy was known as high-value, low-volume tourism. It was renamed in 2008 as high-value, low-impact, a subtle but significant shift. While the low impact is guaranteed through the low number of visitors, it is a requirement to be wealthy to travel Bhutan, which leaves room for criticism and the question whether one has to be wealthy to be a high-value tourist. For tourists, the daily fee imposed is $250 per person per day during the peak season, $200 per person per day during the low season, indicating that the government was prepared to welcome more tourists, although cultural and environmental values should be preserved. In 2005, a document called Sustainable Tourism Development Strategy placed greater emphasis on increasing tourist numbers by using the country's culture and environment to promote Bhutan as an exotic niche destination attractive to wealthy tourists. The Bhutanese government privatized the Bhutan Tourism Corporation in October 1991, facilitating private sector investment and activity. As a result, as of 2018, over 75 licensed tourist companies operate in the country. All tourists must travel on a planned, prepaid, guided package tour or according to a custom-designed travel program. Potential tourists must make arrangements through an officially approved tour operator, either directly or through an overseas agent. The most important centers for tourism are in Bhutan's capital, Thimphu, and in the western city of Paro. Taktashong, a cliffside monastery overlooking the Paro Valley, is one of the country's attractions. This temple is incredibly sacred to Buddhists. Housed inside the temple is a cave in which the Buddhist deity who brought Buddhism to Bhutan meditated for 90 days, battling the demons that inhabited this valley, in order to spread Buddhism. The temple has been standing for well over 1,000 years. It has suffered 2 fires, but the damage has been repaired. Druk Air used to be the only airline operating flights in Bhutan. However, as of 2011, the country is serviced by Bhutan Airlines as well. Potential visitors to Bhutan obtain visas through a Bhutanese embassy or consulate in their home country. Arrivals by country. Most visitors arriving to Bhutan on a short-term basis were from the following countries of nationality. In 2017, the country saw its highest tourist arrival yet at more than 250,000 people. The growth was boosted by the Asia-Pacific market, notably from India, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Australia, Japan, China, Singapore, Bangladesh, Malaysia, Maldives, and South Korea. Western markets also increased, notably from the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, and France. Majority of tourists that came from China were also classified as Tibetan refugees. UNESCO tentative list of Bhutan. In 2012, Bhutan formally listed its tentative sites to the UNESCO World Heritage Center. It was the first time Bhutan listed its sites to the Organization for Future Inclusion. 8 sites were listed, located in various properties throughout the country. Ancient ruin of Druk Yeldzong. The site includes the ruins of a fortress Buddhist monastery built by Tenzin Drukdra in 1649. In 2016, the Bhutanese government announced that the monastery will be rebuilt to its former glory. Zongs. The center of temporal and religious authorities, Punakha Dzong, Wangdu Phodrang Dzong, Paro Dzong, Trongsa Dzong and Dagana Dzong. The site includes 5 zongs significant to Bhutanese history, namely, Punakha Dzong, Wangdu Phodrang Dzong, Paro Dzong, Trongsa Dzong and Dagana Dzong. Sacred sites associated with Phajo Drugom Zigpo and his descendants. The site includes Sedong Phug, Gawa Phug, Langmang Phug, Sangha Phug, Gom Drak, Thukya Drak, Sechu Drak, Dechen Drak, Takt Sang Sangha Samdrub Dzong, Tago Choyang Dzong, Lingzi Jago Dzong and Yangtze Thubo Dzong. Tamjing Monastery. The site is the most important Nyingma Gampa in Bhutan. Royal Manas National Park. The site is the oldest national park in Bhutan. Jigme Dorji National Park. The site is the second largest national park in Bhutan. Bumdaling Wildlife Sanctuary. The site is an important bird area in the Himalayas. Saktang Wildlife Sanctuary. The site was established to protect a mythical race known as Migoi, as well as the wildlife within the site.